What's going on, everybody? I was gonna send it in the chat, but you know what? The countdown went. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the bridge for another lovely Wednesday night.
Why y'all back here? What y'all doing here?
Because they love the show. They love it when we act up. They love it when we have fun, which I appreciate.
Love us. Well, if you really love us, you would share this, wouldn't you? What happened to your volume? What's going on over there?
My volume? Was it going down?
Oh, you didn't say nothing. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't say anything. Yeah, it's kind of. Jay said.
Because we can what?
Because we can be here. That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay.
So we're gonna hit. What's going on, MG?
I don't see you sharing nothing, Jay.
No fear. Jay still is here.
But Jay still need to go share it and have no fear in
What's going on? What's going on?
Ebony, you too. You ain't off limits. Share it. Come on.
The sharing does help though.
It does help a lot. I mean, we trying to.
So if y'all can, that does help.
Yeah, we trying to grow.
Mm-hmm.
We trying to, be big time.
Yeah.
Not too big.
Yeah, not too big. Lord have mercy.
But yeah, we trying to be, big enough.
Yeah, I don't want to get too big. Like,
yeah.
Ebony's driving. Ebony, hold on. You driving? Be careful, please.
How you messaging and driving?
Please be careful. Please be careful. Don't be messing.
If you took that chance to drive and message that, you could have took that chance and shared it.
No, we do not condone that. And be safe driving, Ebony. Be safe.
Yes,
driving.
we want you to be safe because we need you to tune in next week too.
We need you to make it home safe. That's what we need. So thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay. See, Jay, listen.
So I think Jay already said. I know Jay, usually Jay, MG, SJ. They typically share it in their stories. Like every time it goes up, they do. So
I need y'all to go bully some people.
Not bully.
Yeah, put them in the headlock.
Not bully.
We got here and watch the show.
What's going on, SJ? So we do got some not crazy. I don't want to say crazy, but we got some fun stuff to talk about tonight, I think. So as y'all can tell, it's just Scorpio and I. No, we don't have a guest hanging in the wings.
No,
so I don't know. Maybe we can open up. Oh, you're home now, Ebony? Good.
Okay.
We may open up the floor and let maybe a couple of y'all come on, maybe, to talk about some of this stuff, because I think we got some pretty cool topics to talk about tonight. As y'all see it probably scrolling down across there on the bottom. But yeah, there's some interesting things going on in the comic book movie world. And I know, we never said we weren't going to talk about it on this show. We did say we'd do our interviews, but we never said we would never talk about comic book news. We just was waiting.
It was just nothing interesting to talk about.
Save for the stuff that we picked on every other show. Or did talk about that because there were some good things, that came through.
Yeah. Something.
But yeah, so right now some interesting things going on. I think a lot of people out there have seen Black Panther. If you have not, before I say anything that spoils it, whenever we talk about that topic, I will let you know. Unless you don't mind, which I don't know who doesn't mind, unless you let me know in the comments that you don't mind. But
I'm one of those people I'm one of those people that don't mind. I I don't like being around people like, don't spoil it. I'm like, tell me what happened.
Because hey, what's going on, Nubis? You playing Metroid 3? That's what's up. That's what's up.
Hold
But yeah,
on, while you playing Nubis, I need you to share. Don't be playing that game and sharing. If you can multitask
Lord,
and type and do that, you can share this. Come on. Not just in your story, to let everybody know, look, they on now. Come watch it with me.
you don't mind spoilers? That's what I'm talking
Hey,
about, John.
John, look at my boy John.
Did John share?
Hold on, John, did you share? But you ain't off limits. What you doing?
But
You able to?
so
We look. We trying to get off these midnight polls, child. We trying to stop slinging them polls.
hey,
We
that's
trying to stop
classified
scripting.
information you giving out right now.
Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't supposed to say that part. Oh,
but so yeah, that's some crazy stuff.
sorry.
Like some of the stuff. Oh man, I'm looking forward to because if you notice, what I have down there is Black Panther reception, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of people like it. Like I saw it, I liked it. Thought it was a good movie. Wasn't perfect, but quite frankly, I don't. It's hard for me to say a movie's perfect. You know, like I don't even think my own work is perfect. So for me to say someone else's story is perfect, I personally don't do that. And that's a personal opinion of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's movies that I've seen that were awesome and I can't, but they're never perfect. Because if I go back and watch them, I can pick everything
you
out.
can find little things that was wrong that you didn't catch the first time.
Especially if you're looking for it, which I think a lot of people were with Black Panther. A lot of people were looking for things in Black Panther. So when you're sitting there and you're looking for things with a microscope, you're gonna find the things you're looking for.
Most definitely, you will.
So I'll say that like I like the movie, but do I think it was perfect? No, not at all. But I liked it. But some of the stuff I've been hearing from people has been outlandish, which I already told Scorpio about some of this. So you threw the squeaky toy out.
Did you just not hear him doing the dog on squeaky toy? I told him not to do the squeaky toy. My dog is
Then he did it.
If y'all see hear like a little squeaky noise, that is my 4-year-old pit bull.
He's still a baby. That's still a baby right there.
But he eat like a grown man. Exactly,
Jay. It's very hard to say anything is perfect. That's one of the things I don't understand about so many people who get angry about movie. I think more along. I think people mainly get angry because the movie wasn't what they wanted it to be, rather than it being perfect. But then they blame it on it being perfect, when that's not really what they're blaming it on. It just wasn't what they wanted it to be.
And
so
that's
they
crazy.
dislike
and that's
it.
crazy because their idea or their perception of something is not perfect in someone else. As you like, why would you do that?
My recommendation I'm sorry, go ahead, Scorpio.
No, go ahead, you good.
I was gonna say my recommendation to everyone is if you're going to watch something, go into it always with open mind. Because I was watching, because like me being in the publishing world, I watched videos, of course, before I went to go see the movie. Got spoiled on a freaking huge spoiler, so I already knew it was coming. But for most folks, like with Scorpio, like he said too, it doesn't bother him if he's spoiled, and it's like that for me. It doesn't bother me when I'm spoiled because I always go into a movie first with open mind, and I do that so that I can get pulled into the movie. So when it does happen, it's like, well, that's what they were talking about. It just goes right by. It doesn't
bother you.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. But I will say, seeing that part, I was like, nah, man. Like it did bother me. But like the part bothered me.
Why?
Even after being spoiled, it still bothered me because I was in the movie. But then I jumped out and was like, oh, that was the part. And then jumped back in. So we got a lot of stuff. Let me see. Ebony said, I emotionally damaged myself seeing Wakanda Forever 2 days in a row. Why? Why would you do that? Why would you watch it 2 days in a row? There was some really sad crap in there. There is something that I thought was really cool that someone brought up, which I might share that in here because I do, because the Chimera, y'all that's out there, I do want to hear what y'all have to say about this idea that someone brought up. Well, we're already in the subject, so let's just go with it. So, like, one of the things that I heard, one of the complaints that I heard was that a lot of people felt like, like the character Shuri wasn't ready and like didn't fit the role as Black Panther and didn't look right in the suit and things like that. But then the person who I saw who said this, they also countered with something where I was like, yo, if they would have did that, I would have lost I lost everything. But somebody was like, why didn't they just make Angela Bassett Black Panther? because she quite literally looked like the only one that was still working out, other than Okoye, not Okoye and
That
Lupita's character.
that would have
Angela Bassett
been
was like, and I
that
was like,
would
when
have been
somebody said, yeah,
that would have been
like,
interesting.
yeah, the queen, like after all of that happened, after everything happened, and
I mean,
then
you would
she would have,
think she kind of knows,
yeah,
but of course, you know the series. Sure, excuse me.
mhm,
She's the one that worked on the suits and things like that. So I guess
yeah,
they looked at that as, that's her
that's her thing.
opportunity. Which I honestly, when I saw the little short little clips, because I go and watch little short clips when I'm not really much of a movie goer because I can't stand going to the movies when people are talking, and I want to enjoy the movie. I'm not one. I'm one of those people like, okay, let's leave because I don't want to hear all that talking, that screaming.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't want to hear that.
Oh, you
If
mean
I
for like
go to the
people?
movies, it'll be like at a matinee when
Mm-hmm.
no one's there, late at night when no one's there, or when the senior citizens are there, they can barely hear
Yeah,
the movie. So,
that's
that's when I go.
that's
But
when I like to go. Like that, I go 2 times to the movie. Like if it first come out, like there used to be a movie theater up here by my house. It was a secret for so long. Like no one knew about it, and I would go there and watch movies on like
mm,
Thursday night, and there'd be like 4 people in the theater. It was perfect.
yeah,
And then people started hearing about it. So then I
then
went up
all of
there
a
one time, I
sudden,
think, to see Force Awakens, and it was just a whole. And it was already a small theater, and the
yeah,
thing was packed wall to wall, like literally in the lobby, just wall to wall. And I was like, well,
I
can't
hate
go here
that.
anymore, So now I go like on Sundays,
Yeah.
like early, or like during the weekday early if I can, or I'll
Mm,
wait like till week 3 or somewhere further down. Then I'll go.
but yeah, but I saw like little clips and I saw her in the suit. I was like, okay, that was
Mhm.
I liked her in the suit. I didn't see the movie yet, but
Yeah,
I thought that looked. I mean, she's the sister.
yeah,
It would
and
be
I
kind of
mean,
like in the bloodline, but apparently
yeah,
some, like we were talking before the show, apparently some people have an
we're angry
issue
about it.
that it was a female.
Yeah, there was that too. There was anger about that,
Why?
which to me is wild because it's like for me is I think it's wilder when I hear it from comic book fans. Because if you're a comic book fan, you know that Shuri, I think, donned the mantle twice,
Yeah.
2 or 3 times in the comics, if I'm not mistaken.
Mhm.
It was 2 or 3 times. Because I think one time T'Challa was in a coma, and then one time T'Challa was lost in space. And
Mhm.
then I think the only other one rare time, which I think was a what if, was when and I mean, there's comic fans out there, like comics like that might know, and actually in the crowd right now,
Mhm.
that I think the White Wolf took over the mantle, but he actually had his own suit,
Yeah.
So that's what really bothers me when I hear comic book fans say, "Oh why are they giving Black Panther to Shuri? Like they're trying to women it up," and it's like, then I know I'm like, okay, well you probably have never read a is either one or two things that I gather from it. One,
Mhm.
you've never read a Black Panther comic, so therefore you probably
Correct.
don't know that Shuri has been in the suit twice.
Mhm.
Um, or you're going into it with preconceived notions, and you may already have a bad
Yeah.
taste about things happening in the past with all of the race swapping and sex swapping and things like that, because you already know my idea with that. Like I really, and we're going to get to that when we talk about
Yeah.
DC later. My idea, like I'm really against that for reasons, because I hate and I know I told you off this offline, and I know this is probably gonna,
Mhm.
once somebody hears this later, like, oh my god, Sovereign Comics. But I hate the fact that they turn white characters black, mainly because I feel like it's a slap in the face to black characters that are already there. And that's just me. I feel like it's a slap in the face because those characters are already there. And the only thing you have to do is take them and make them what people have been asking for by
Just put them
marketing
in
them and branding
place.
them and putting them in the place so that they get the opportunity, which, like I said, we're going to talk about that with DC, because Gunn and Saffron, I think, have been listening. And one of the things they did, I said it on like every
Mhm.
open chat night, please do it. And I don't know if he's doing it, but it's been teased. And I'm like, yo, let's see it.
Just put the people in place. Don't
Yes.
try to. You're
Yeah,
not gonna make me feel better.
exactly. Like for me, that's like my only problem. Like I hear folks who will have their weird ideas about it where some folks are, let's be real, racist. If you're out there and you
Hmm.
think racism doesn't exist, then you're outside your mind. Like you live in another world.
Yeah.
There's that. And then there's the individuals who just don't want to see a white character changed. And I mean, I understand. Like I get it. I get where they come from. And for me, it's like I think that the black characters that are already there, when you do that, you literally slap those black characters in the face. Like you
Yeah,
literally
pretty
slap their
much.
face off. Like, oh,
Literally.
you're there. It's like
You're not
it's
just there.
mhm.
Here, take this face.
Yeah, it's yeah, exactly.
This is you now.
It's like being in a friend group and you're known for something, and
Yeah.
then the friend group goes and gets somebody else that does the thing that you know how to do.
And like,
And
how
you're
dare
just
you? Can nobody do it like
what?
me? Can
Like I've been
nobody
here the whole time.
seriously?
It's degrading. Yeah, I
It
mean to say
is.
the truth.
It's I'm just really getting tired of the whole racial thing. It's
Mm,
like everything, every time, everywhere you turn, it's about race. And if the character in the book is black, then the character in the movie should be black.
mhm, yeah,
Don't try to turn the character into another ethnicity. That's not how the book is.
mhm,
If the character is Hispanic, then that character needs to be
yeah.
Hispanic in the
The
movie.
the
And
only
I'm
way the only way I see it, like where I'm like I don't have a problem with it, is if it's like because Marvel has their multiple multiverse and DC has their multiverse. So if you're gonna do it in that way. Which I'm gonna. That's something else I'm gonna bring up about DC
Mhm.
because a lot of quote unquote DC fans were angry with how Snyder was doing things, and I'm like, man, you know, good and damn well DC is known for everything being in the multiverse.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't say, "Oh, this is another universe," and just let it be.
Right.
Like, no, it's like again too with that. I think a lot of people just try to find ways to be angry with things. It's like
Yeah, of
everybody wants to be
course.
mad at something now, and that's unhealthy.
Very
Just putting that out
unhealthy. You just
there.
want to find a reason to be angry. Why?
Yeah, that's very toxic, people. That's red flags. I'm gonna say it the way you want it. It's unhealthy, toxic, and very red flaggy. Just putting that out there.
Oh, that's
Um,
just disgusting.
so, but Boogie does say something that I do want to bring up. M'Baku is king, which is funny you mentioned that, Buggy.
Hmm.
Buggy. It's funny you mentioned that. So let me go ahead and put these up because I didn't even switch out the tickers.
Go
So we
ahead,
already.
M'Baku.
So this is one of the things too that I heard. Right, y'all, and y'all, y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all
Hmm.
tell me what y'all think. So I'm not gonna say because I've heard this from multiple people. So I'm not gonna say who because that would be a list. Um,
Hmm.
but people have been saying that, and this is on the because y'all know in this comic, this weird nerd war that's going on right now, which I don't get because it's like all of us got picked on for reading comic books, so why are we fighting each other? But that's another story to be told. So it's so there's the SJW side and the comics key side, but
Hmm.
so on the SJW side, which is weird because they've been loving Marvel for the longest, now all of a sudden people were saying that Black Panther was very patriarchal. It was very chauvinistic and just very manly, I guess, which was weird to me considering there was so many badass female characters. But the people who were getting this ideal is because of like what Boogie mentioned in the comments right here about M'Baku being the king, which is why some people said that because they said it became patriarchal because
Hmm.
they made M'Baku the king instead of Shuri, and then also because everybody in the comments have seen BPM, assume. But if you have not, there's something. I'm not. Like I said, I'm not gonna. Other than this part,
Hmm.
because I think this is widespread. Actually, I think the other part is widespread, and if you're on the internet, you'll know. So I'll just say this, and you can go look it up for yourself if you want to be spoiled further. But there's an after credit scene, which does what a lot of people have been asking for, but then people were still mad. So, which is recasting a certain character, and they actually do it in a very loving way, I think. And honestly, I seen it coming. Like I saw it coming. I
Hmm.
knew. I was like, yeah, okay. But because of that, because eventually here soon, everybody's presuming that this new person that is the descendant of another person is going to be the new BP that Marvel is trying to find a way to turn everything back to the guy stuff. So they're like, now people are like, now Marvel's going patriarchal, and that's odd. Yeah,
That just
exactly.
you
That shit.
can't
What?
you
Yes.
can't it goes to show you that you can't please people riding,
Yeah.
walking. You can give people what they ask for, they're still gonna complain about it. Making Black Panther a female is not gonna make you feminine for some of you gentlemen out there. Okay. It's not gonna make you, start twisting when you walk. Okay. It's not gonna make you give us that girl. Yes, bitch. It ain't gonna make you
Save
talk
that.
like that. Okay.
Save that.
So I'm just saying. Hate ages you like milk. That's why I barely drink milk, child. It be tearing my stomach up. Mm.
Wait. Actually, you said so. Okay. Mm.
Mm.
I don't want to. I don't know if you can come on real quick, actually, but if you can, it's fine. So you said that's one of the
They
things that they
they
wrote all the strong black men out of Wakanda. M'Baku was there. Like
yeah,
M'Baku
they
was
didn't write
he's a
him
monster.
out.
Like, what do they mean wrote all the strong black men out of Wakanda? They're talking about who are they talking about? Okoye's husband who's in prison? Michael B. Jordan's character who's dead?
The
Black
name,
Panther, like freaking,
okay. The name
uh,
of the
uh,
movie is Black Panther. The name of the place is Wakanda. It ain't Black Panther. Okay, so just calm down, y'all. It ain't Wakanda. Calm down. It's still the same place. Just have some. Look, there are some strong females out there, but
yes,
just let it go. I
yeah.
mean,
But
I
they said
don't.
they wrote. That's
They did
weird.
not write. They
I
did
don't
not
think they
write
did.
them
I
out.
saw the movie. I'm gonna see it again, but I
I
saw the
think.
movie and I saw a lot
I
of strong black.
I think what they're doing is they're giving the females opportunity to the forefront that they didn't really give them much in the first movie. They
But
were really focused on
this is
black. I don't see an
this is the
issue with
thing
that.
though, and this is the part that I'm not understanding with these individuals who claim that they're fans. That's the reason why from the gate I've always considered the fandom into two groups. You
Yeah.
have the movie fans, and then you have the comic fans, right?
Hmm.
And not everybody in the comic fandom we understand. Like in the movie fandom, everybody watches every movie in a
Correct.
sense. But in the comic fandom, like with me and other comic fans out there, we don't read every comic book. There's some comics that we don't read. Like we'll find our title that we love and we'll keep buying
Hmm.
that. And we might find a second and a third or whatever, and we'll keep reading that. So the fact that a lot of these, I'm gonna call them new kids on the block that, that are coming in and
Yeah.
they're like, don't talk about a comic in the way that it works if you've never read that comic in the way that it works and you know that lore, so on and so forth. Just like a lot of people say, oh, well, that they get that from Wikipedia. Well, a lot of you people who are saying other people get it from Wikipedia, you know that because you're getting it from Wikipedia.
Correct.
So stop.
Just to let y'all know
Because
that
the thing with Black Panther is like it's always been a female. Other than like I forget when the Dora Milaje were introduced, but when Black Panther first showed up, it was just him, and then of
hmm
course Wakanda and everything came into. So I forget when the Dora
Wakanda.
Milaje were first introduced. However, it's always been like a female centric book. Like it's always
Yeah.
been where
He
the
always had.
females
He
were
has
seen as equal or
his
seen as just as
his
powerful.
his bodyguards are all females.
Exactly. So that right there
So
should
it
tell
means
you.
that it's not. it-
Yeah, and that should tell you that they're badasses because if they're protecting the Black Panther, like he's just out of his suit when he's normal. He still
yeah.
has his powers, so the suit doesn't give him his powers. He still has his powers. So
Well,
if they're
that's what.
protecting him, that should tell you right quick off the dome piece
Yeah.
that Wakanda has badass women in it. So I don't understand where that
Why
argument
not?
comes from when it comes to
Why
Black Panther.
not give them some forefront and show how badass they are, how they
Yeah,
became that bad. I would love to see that part. I would
yeah,
love now those some females that I wouldn't mind working out with.
yeah.
They'll probably
That's
have
like
me in
saying
pain, crying, but hey,
that's like saying they wrote all the strong men out of Black Widow. It's quite literally a movie about women assassins. The fuck are you talking about?
no, they wrote all the strong man out of Spider Man.
it's I don't know. Some folks are weird. Like some folks are really, really
I
weird.
tell you that all the
That's gonna be
time. I tell you that
a
all the
t-shirt.
time. People are weird.
But yeah,
People.
so yeah, there's that side. I didn't even know that, SJ. So thank you for that information. I didn't know people were out here talking about they wrote all the strong black men out of Wakanda. Like,
How can you write all
let
the
me see,
strong black
two of
men?
them died. One of them was
One
still
of
there, and
them.
the other one's in prison. Those were
Yeah.
like the
So
main four from
what do
part
you?
one. Other than Forrest Whitaker's character, which he was just a priest or the shaman, and he's dead. So who else? Like who else from part one? So I
His
don't know
dad,
what
his
we're
dad,
talking
his
about.
dad, the first Black Panther, it was
Yeah,
already dead, and his uncle was already gone.
exactly. So I mean,
So
like,
what do you want him
because
to
even
do?
in the first movie, what people fell in love with were the Dora Milaje. That's who everybody fell in love with in the first
Yes,
movie.
a lot of them girls. What's that noise they make when you know they get ready to fight? Doo, doo, doo. I'm like, when I heard that noise, I'm like, oh, mm, have mercy, they getting ready to fight. Girl, let me rub your bald head for good luck. Yes, Lord, they get ready to fight. Come on, girl, go stab him with that spur.
God.
Stab him with that spur. Stab him with that spur. I'm
But
just
I don't
like,
know. Some folks are weird. And then they
stab him
yeah,
with that
for real.
spur.
You're right though.
Look,
Every time they do that, they you
look,
know
when
something
she
like, all
when they
right,
were
they're about
in
to
that
get
when they
going.
were the first movie when they were in that doggone casino and she just glide down, I'm like, you bitch. That's one bad bitch. That's a bad
For real.
bitch.
For real.
That she is
For real.
bad. She even hate a wig. It was bothering her.
Hmm.
When that man pulled that thing off, I'm just like, yes, be free.
Exactly.
Just stab him.
Exactly. So those are like the
And
two sides. And it's crazy because you hear from both sides. Like you hear the SJW side saying they turned Black Panther patriarchal because of the two things that they did, making him Baku King, which I think, and this is the part too, which lets me know I don't think people watch movies.
mm-mm.
I think people go in and they cliff note the movie, or they're probably so busy writing notes because everybody wants to be a critic
Yeah,
now that they aren't paying attention to the act. So, like, here's my advice to anybody that wants to be a critic, because I've thought about being a critic before because I really love music. I really love movies and watching them. Like, I really love them. So,
yeah.
here's my advice to anyone that wants to be a critic: watch the movie 3 times.
Correct.
Watch it the first time, let yourself sink into it. Watch it the second time, be a little more observant. Watch it the third time and take notes before you come out talking about crap. Because if you watch it one time and you're trying to take your notes and everything like that, you're
You're
gonna
gonna
miss
miss out.
so much stuff. If y'all think Siskel and you were probably some of the best movie critics ever,
Mhm.
I don't care what anyone says, ever. That's where a lot of people want to become critics because of them. I guarantee you they watched the movies more than once before they went and did their critiques.
I believe they watched it more than 3 times,
Probably.
and I
I'm
believe they
sure.
also got some notes from the writer and stuff
Hmm.
like that because they were detailed with their stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So that's why, and believe it or not, whenever I review a comic, I do the same
Mhm.
thing. I read the
Yeah,
comic at
read it
least three
multiple
or four
times.
times,
That's what I
and
do
I'm
when I
just
used
like,
to review
okay,
comics.
and I research the comic. I'm like, oh, now I get it.
Hmm.
I don't
Like for
want to
me,
start
like
from the beginning.
when I used to review comics, I would do the same thing. I read it the first time, let myself
Mhm.
be pulled into it, if I can be pulled into it. I read it the second time, be a little bit more observant. I read it the third time, I start taking my notes.
Yeah.
Which honestly, I'm thinking about. I don't know, y'all. Y'all think I should like start doing movie critic? No, I don't know. That's a shaky world.
I
But
don't think
I
that. I
might.
don't.
Who knows? But the one of the biggest thing is like whenever people said that, oh, well, they made him Baku the King, they're making Black Panther patriarchal because they removed Shuri. The whole movie, Shuri pretty much said she was out. Like after what happened, and y'all, and for those who know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about because you know when her whole personality changed. Like it already was changed from the
Mhm.
beginning parts of the movie, and then when a certain part happened, I will call it the climax because that's basically where it went up and was like, oh shit, you know.
Mhm.
That's when her personality changed again, and like kind of she was already had this half of her foot was out the door, like well at least one foot was out the door until it hit that part, and then when that part happened, both feet were out the door. She was already checked out of Wakanda. So the fact that anyone thought in their mind
If she wanted
that
to
she was
be
going to
one
be
of
the
the
queen,
role,
you
no.
did not pay attention to the movie. And if they wrote it, I mean, of course, the writers they wrote it that way, but it's still it was her character progress. It was part of her becoming who she was, just like how she had to make the choice at the end. And like I was like the thing, like a lot of people. who remember who she actually saw in the spirit world. You know, he's like, hey, you're going to be honorable or you're going to get shit done. Yeah. And that's not paraphrasing. That's actually what he said. I'm taking out some things because, you know, he's like, you're going to be honorable or you're going to get shit done. Because, you know, there was in part 1 the 2 characters, and then one was honorable, one was get shit done. Mm-hmm. And she had to become who she was, which was the kind one, which is what she was. She showed that she was kind. That's what, and I'm not going to spoil anything else. But anywho, I don't think people grab that, right? No. Again, like I said, it's not a perfect movie, but I'm not going to sit here and destroy it when it really doesn't need a lot of the destroying it's getting. And the crazy part is that it's getting destroyed from both sides, you know, because people just aren't happy. And then, of course, the other side, one of the arguments was the suits that Okoye and I forget the other former Dora Milaje, the suits that they wore. People were like, those suits were so ugly. And I really didn't pay attention to them. Like, I saw photos, but I really didn't pay attention to them and saw how they worked on screen until I went to the movie. So, like, when I saw it on screen, I was like, oh, it's those suits. So, like I said, for folks who haven't read Black Panther comic books, those suits are actually accurate and they look just like that in the comics. There are some differences in the comics, but it's the same suits and they're playing the same roles that they did in the comic books. Just go pick up a comic book, people. Even the ones who say even the ones who claim they read it all the time, just go pick up a comic. Please, 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 please go pick up a comic. Those suits are actually comic book accurate. They're in there. There are some changes for the movie, of course, because we all know not everything fully translates from comic to movie. So they do make changes. And a lot of people say, well, Captain America's suit is the same as it was in the comics. No, it wasn't. There was differences. He didn't have, no, it wasn't. Because if it would have been the same, they would have had the fucking wings pointed off the side like that, but they did not. So, but yeah. So
once again, you can't please everybody. They're going to find something wrong.
You can't. Everybody's angry with things.
And people have to understand and
realize. Hey, hold on. Let me drop this link in here. You want to? Hold on. Let me drop the link.
Come on. Get on up here.
Let me drop the link. Hold on.
Come on, Tantaran. Get on up here.
You are more than welcome. You are more than welcome. Exactly. Let M'Baku be great because I actually like M'Baku.
I do.
Like M'Baku had the right mindset from the beginning. They was like, "What do you think we should do?" He was like, I think we should kill Fishman. I was like, yes, sir. Get this motherfucker out of the way now.
Look, you know me, M'Baku, he's either Scorpio, Gemini, or Libra. I'm serious. His mindset, I'm just like when I first saw it,
because he gives great advice and then he be ready to fight.
That's why I said that when I first saw him and he's like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, It's I forgot what they call the day. Mm-hmm. It's fight day. He's like, duh. What you mean what I'm doing here? What up, Tantaran? What's going on?
Tantaran's up here. But yeah, like I was so angry when I heard people say that outfit's so ugly. I'm like, yep, you didn't read the comics. Like as soon as I saw the movie, I knew it. Hold on. I think you muted. We can't hear you. We can't hear you.
That's all I see right now.
We can't hear you. Hold on, fix your mic. Connect your mic.
You look, it's like an old man.
We can't hear you. Can you hear us? Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Look at that old man. What
you can hear me?
Why it ain't working?
Hold on.
You can hear us? You. He said he can hear us, but we can't hear him.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Hey, look, I can hear him right now. Hey, why this thing ain't working? Come here. Come here.
Come over here. Look at this
man.
Why this thing ain't working? Come
I
here.
have heard from the mountains. We shall not have it. We shall not have it, though.
Man, for real, like, how you gonna be mad at M'Baku as the king? I don't get that. And then the thing is like, it was a fight, like they always do. So who's to say somebody didn't come and beat him up and they the king now? Like we go to Black Panther 3, it's a totally different person. Like who's to say Shuri didn't come back? And what we saw of her little cut was like before that. People are weird. Like I don't understand. And this is the thing, and I say that to say this, Marvel, I hope this is a lesson. If y'all hear from both sides that you can't make everybody happy, so just make y'all movies. You ain't gonna make everybody happy.
I mean, why can't what's
So Winston Duke is a Scorpio.
huh? What's it
SJ said Winston
Yeah,
Duke is a Scorpio.
What's it?
So he has
same.
Scorpio
Yeah,
playing a
they share
Libra.
the same. Yeah, SJ and Winston Duke share the same birthday.
Oh, for real? Okay.
Can I not see my people? Do I not know my Scorpios or not?
Hey, Winston Duke might be a
We should
Scorpio,
not
but
have to go. We should-
M'Baku is the African version of a Libra.
That he channels Libra. But he just give that look like it's fight day. Like that's a dumb question. Why do you think I'm here? He's one of
Why do you think I'm here?
it's fight day.
But,
So,
man.
but okay, now if
Mhm.
if they didn't want him to be the king, then who did they want as ruler? They would have had an issue, but they would have had an issue if it was Shuri. Somebody would have had an issue if it was her.
Exactly. That's what I said. People just get mad to get mad.
So, what do you want them to do? Do you want them to go find somebody else to be king, or
Oh, that's the other part.
Wait, but the funny part is majority of everybody who is giving the most critics about the movie are the people who have never never read the comics or has never seen the first movie. They have no idea. They
really have no room to talk. They just got on the bandwagon and trying to say things.
So they really just was excited to throw on some African gear and just go to the movie.
Right. Like
Because
I didn't
it's
get
popular
to do it for
now.
the first one, so I'm gonna do it for this one.
Yeah, because it's popular now. And that's the problem. That's the reason why we were saying earlier, we don't want to get too big. Because when you get too big and get too popular, that's when people start.
We're gonna start getting BBLs, and then you don't want us wearing BBLs. We can barely sit down. I'm sorry.
What? I ain't wearing no mine all right. I just gotta do about 5 squats and I'm good to go.
I just need some more collard greens and cornbread. I'll be all right.
Right, that's right. Yeah, I was about to say some collard greens.
Collard greens and cornbread will do it. You'd be like, wait a minute. Oh.
Man, give my 240. Give my two.
Listen,
I
I might walk
give my
some stairs.
305.
All right.
Just do 305 5 times. I'll be good
That's
to go.
it. Just do some.
Listen, I'll get a piece of cornbread and walk up the stairs. There you
Yeah,
go.
right.
Yep.
And then push and just push hard as you walk and throw it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But I'm just like, we can't. But you're getting. Yeah, I don't want to get. I don't mind. You know what? Honestly, Tier, I don't mind us getting big because I think that we would still be our same people.
True.
And we
I mean,
would
I ain't gonna
probably lead
change.
by example. I'm not gonna.
I ain't gonna change, but I'll say this: if we get too big, we gonna get canceled a lot. That's.
You can't cancel. Look,
I'm not gonna change because if
Listen,
somebody come up here talking stupid, you know we're gonna cuss them out. And
what do I
then we gonna
always
get
tell
canceled.
you? What do I always tell you, Tier?
I
You
almost
can't
got
cancel.
canceled. I don't care. Go for it.
You can't cancel
I
somebody
almost
who
did.
created their own
How you
lane.
get canceled? How you almost get canceled? Are you
How you
right?
got
I almost
canceled,
got
Jay? Who?
Oh, I almost got canceled because I was like, they were like, yeah, men don't do this. I was like, huh?
Men
What?
don't do what?
Men
You ain't got to
don't-
go into detail.
Listen, they're like, men don't take care of themselves. Men don't do this. I was like, what? Huh?
Yes, I do.
Excuse me? I was like,
The
what was
hell-
this?
I get
Look
I get
here.
mani pedis. I fucking
here.
take bubble baths like the fuck.
How them old Baptist women say, the hell you preach? Yes, I do. The hell you preach?
See,
that right
it's,
Go ahead.
they
Jay.
were talking about the beta male. I was like, beta? Who the beta? I got a fish
beta?
that's a beta.
Yeah.
I got a beta fish.
These
I know.
people.
Look. I know who the Alpha and Omega is. I don't know who.
Yeah, I
the
know
beta is.
that.
I don't know, betas. These fucking terms. And it's crazy too, like, and this is kind of going off subject because I know where people get that beta terminology from because there was a wolf tracker a long time ago. And SJ, I know you trained dogs, so you may have heard this story, but there was a wolf tracker a long time ago. Well, not like hella long ago. It was like in the 70s, 80s, 90s, somewhere in there. But he did a report where he was talking about wolves having an alpha male, right? So men and a lot of women talking about, I want my alpha male, went out there, and men, I'm the alpha, went out there using this term, right?
How they say it to you?
Yeah, I was about to
I'm
say
the
that
alpha,
again.
you know. And women out here, women, I want my alpha, you know. And the crazy part is like this dude who wrote this report, because that's what everything, because that's where the whole term came from, right? And so the dude who wrote the report, he came back later and was like, "Oh, I've still been tracking wolves, and I realized I was wrong. There is no such thing as an alpha male, and people are still using the term because he said the alpha male was the one who would protect the pack, right?
Mhm.
But it came down to it was whoever, because there were female wolves protecting the pack. Because so it didn't matter. So he was like, "Oh, oops, I was wrong," And so now that's why you hear people say alpha female, and it's like, please stop, like stop.
What does it matter? That's the whole thing. What I say about titles. That's why I hate titles.
And that's why I told you on one of the shows. It's the ones who I remember wholeheartedly back in 2013. Don't put a title on me, or putting titles on everybody. They run around with sticky notes now. He, she,
I
him,
am
they.
this. He,
Like,
him,
that's
they,
what everybody's doing now. Everybody's doing that now. And it's to me, like, I get certain things, like for instance, I get it with trans, right?
Yes, you have
because you don't want to misgender.
No,
but some of you,
you may end up getting into a fight and getting your ass beat, or getting tased, or possibly
because if any of you out here think that a transsexual does not have hands.
Listen, I know a couple. They got hands for days.
I look. All I'm gonna say is they are. Only thing I'm gonna say is they see themselves as a woman now. Mm-hmm. Once upon a time, they were a guy, and you don't know if they took karate, boxing classes, everything else. You make your ass whoop. I'm gonna laugh.
They gonna start out talking like this, but then they gonna like, look. Let me tell you something, bruh. Bruh, what I told you, man. Like, oh, you better shut up.
Listen, my friend.
Exactly, SJ. We make it big. We're gonna be able to do all over the place. The bridge says that pronouns don't matter. Who the fuck said that? You need a pronoun to make a sentence, dummy.
Bitch. We learned that in school.
So
we know you flunked out in BPK if you don't know that. You didn't even make it to elementary school.
I'm sorry.
You didn't make it to elementary school.
You didn't even get the free lunch.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You didn't get to stand in the pizza line and get the little Caesar and the Bluebird drink with the fruit stacks.
Oh, not a Bluebird drink.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Okay, wait. I gotta add to that because y'all ever say that gay men say that they can't fight. Listen, gay women can fight too. Stop.
Exactly.
Yes.
This is the thing that people need to understand. These individuals, there's just their sexual, it's just their preference of who they want to be with, has nothing to do with them hands. Like
they literally thought that they literally think that they. I mean, what? How do y'all think they fight like this? No,
it's because of movies. That's another thing too. Like a lot of people get their information on the world from movies. That's the reason why people are like, oh, a woman can't be that strong. And I'm just like, man, I was a freaking combatives instructor in the Army, and then also made it to Green Belt in Marine Corps martial arts. I've trained with women who've made it that high and higher. Then you got MMA for women. Like any dude who's never fought a day in your life, please go tell Ronda Rousey she can't fight. Look, she honestly, because she's mature, she may just walk away. But if you put your hands on her, I promise you.
Ronda look like she will slap you left if you forget the milk. Listen, I told you that was on the list.
She married an MMA fighter. That's how bad this one. Like she couldn't be with a regular dude.
No, y'all come to California and tell a Samoan woman she can't fight. Go ahead, I dare you.
Exactly.
Don't mess with that, man.
I dare you.
People got to stop that. That's I said, that's the only reason why I agree with the whole pronouns thing, but like with the image thing, because a lot of people, I think they have this misconception like gay men can't fight, trans people can't fight, gay women can't fight, women can't fight. It's like, what,
bro?
What?
I've actually seen a video of a trans man fighting. I think a straight man. He had his wig and everything done, looked nice. All you heard him. He ended up getting the guy on the straight man on the ground. And the straight male, why you start pulling the hair? Don't pull the hair. He started pulling.
The straight dude was pulling hair. I thought straight men didn't do that.
He started pulling hair, The voice went from this, stop pulling my hair, and it went to this, let my wig go. I was like, oh. I was like, bro, I was talking to the screen, bro. You better let that hair go. You finna die. She
You know how
paid
much
good money for that hair.
You know how much I paid for this wig?
$350 a month. You better let my shit go.
I'm about to take this $350 out your ass.
Well, let my go. Let my go.
But for real, y'all better stop sleeping on people out here. Just like for me, like I used to get slept on for so long. Oh, you're short. You can't fight, bitch. Okay. Try me if you want to. We'll be on the ground. You're like, how did I get down here? I don't know, but we're the same right now, bitch.
Or look, or my favorite one. First, you're quiet. You too nice. You don't fight. That's what I always got. You too nice.
People got to stop that.
But you're a Christian.
Huh?
I just look at him. I'm like, you're a Christian. You ain't gonna do nothing.
Listen, we're the ones who start to fight the most. What you?
Hey, hello.
Yeah.
The Bible say, "Let the Redeemer, the Lord say so." I've been redeemed. I'm gonna knock you out and say so.
Yeah,
Amen.
I've backslid. That's what I tell everybody. My mom even know. I'm like, don't let him come home. He's not holy like us.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now.
He's strayed away from home for a little bit. He's on his own personal journey.
I'm completely honest. I'm the one who's sneaking in the back, waiting.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I love. Oh, those are my favorite ones. Those are my favorite ones. You sit back there. You sit back there.
Anubis said something that we missed. Anubis said that's why I made a huge post when the first movie came out, telling people to come out and see the movie, not because it's a black movie, but to come out and watch because it's Black Panther. And, you got a big point there because this is the one thing too that we heard a lot of, and yeah, all of y'all were old enough. Everybody that's here. One of the big things that I heard too, I'm not gonna watch it just because it's a black movie doesn't mean I'm gonna watch it. That's a huge problem we have in the black community. We got to fix that. And no other race says that. You never hear white people say just because white people ain't, I'm not going. They go and watch the movie because it's a movie and they enjoy it and they want to freaking watch it.
I'm not gonna.
We're the only ones.
I ain't gonna go watch Steel Magnolia. I don't care if it is all white.
Yeah, like if they say they're not gonna watch a movie, it's because they don't want to watch it. Like. Only black people say just because black people are in it doesn't mean I'm gonna go watch
Vanilla Sky.
Like stop,
because he looked like me.
We got to stop that, black folk, for real.
Yo,
I don't know how many times I've heard that.
Seriously, it's like
I ain't gonna watch 50 Shades of Grey.
I'm gonna wait till Marlon Wayne's 50 Shades of Black come out.
All right, we done wearing the scary movie mask on.
But yeah, that's the other side of that coin too.
I ain't gonna go watch The Grudge because it was in China.
That's a Japanese horror film.
Japanese.
So, I want to get out of Marvel because we already have almost 50 minutes. I want to get out of Marvel. It's gonna be a long one tonight.
Yeah,
maybe. Because I want to talk. So it's the end of Phase 4, right? So Black Panther, if I'm not mistaken, marked the end of Phase 4. Yeah. So no. I think the Guardian of the Galaxy's Christmas special is gonna kind of mark the end of it, but it's not really a movie,
I think it's still safe to say is the end of Phase 4 because Guardians of the Galaxy are still gonna be there. So
yeah, exactly. Because I think their movie is like what the second or third movie into Phase 5. I think because it has to be soon because. That's the other thing I miss when I talk about DC is, Mr. Gunn found the roll of rolls.
Speaking of Mr. Gunn,
he hit the ground
he
running.
That up, but I salute him.
Yeah, he hit the ground, and that man hit the ground running. Jay, I'm glad you're up here because there's a lot we got to talk about.
Speaking of Mr. Gunn, I'm saying he already been posting some stuff, and everybody like, oh,
yeah. And there's a big point in there that I want to make that I can't. Oh gosh. But yeah, end of Phase 4, and we're starting off with Ant-Man and the Wasp and the quantum thing where we get to finally see Kang the Conqueror doing his thing in I forget what Marvel called theirs. Was it the Tiny Verse? Can you look that up for me if you don't mind, Scorp? freaking their their mini verse, their Rick and Morty verse that they got when Rick and Morty went to the battery. I forget. I never read those books, folks. I know of the Subnauts, but I've never read those comics, so I don't really know. So please excuse me for those who have and know.
Is it Marvel? Is it Marvel? The Marvel miniverse?
Well, they're calling it the Quantum Verse, I think, in the movie. But yeah, it's the miniverse in the comics.
Miniverse.
Or the Hot Wheels verse, or whatever they call it.
Quantum Mania. Quantum Mania.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the Quantum Verse in the movies, but it's the Hot Wheels verse, the Matchbox verse in the comics.
Why? Why? Just why? That's why.
I told you I never read those. Like, I know there's some pretty cool characters that came from them, though. You know, I know Kang hung out in there. Then there's some other characters, like what is it, the Subnauts or whatever. If I'm like I said, I've never read those comics, folks, so I'm not even gonna say that I'm an expert in them, but I do know it exists. And I'm actually looking forward to it. Like for me, I'm definitely gonna be open-minded when the movie comes out because I don't know anything really about that subatomic universe. I don't know anything about it. You know, so I'm actually like, okay. Wow me. Let's see what's up, you know. But we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens. Oh, okay. Yeah, Anubis class. Yep. No, Black Panther is the end. Let me see. Yep. They said Wakanda Forever was the end of Phase 4. Okay, cool. So yeah, we're going to this Quantumania, which I'm actually excited for. Because I want to see how they're. I mean, we learned from Loki, you know, the TV series, and I do recommend anybody who has not seen Loki before you watch Quantumania, probably go watch Loki, because you get to meet Kang, you get to learn about all the different realities and how everything splits off. You get to learn why it got to that point, and you get to see the freaking. And I don't even think it was after credits. I think it was like just the end of the episode where it shows what happened after the fact when a certain thing happened and then the universes went to hell. So I'm just excited to see what comes from that. But yeah, then they're talking about Secret Wars, you know. So I'm excited for that.
Yes.
I don't know. We'll see what Marvel does. I know they've been they've been making a lot of people mad lately. I don't know why, but like for me, like I watch the movies for fun. If I don't like it, I don't like it. You know, but I'm the type of person too that I can find the good and the bad in a movie, and I just concentrate on the good.
Yeah.
Unless the bad,
won't forget the bad.
Unless the bad was like eye-glaringly bad, you know, like horrific. Like there's some movies out there where you're just like, who gave you permission to make this? And I'm not talking about comic book movies. I'm talking about other movies. Well, there's some comic book movies,
some
movies
like that, in general.
Yeah, you know, where it's just like, no, please.
Like
Jeepers Creepers,
was okay. Like Jeepers Creepers, the first one. I was kind of upset about that. I was very upset.
Were you upset by the way it ended?
Yes.
The ending. Yeah. That makes sense. But then as a writer, and you know this, you're a writer, Jay, you're gonna be writing stuff soon too. So you're a writer, sir.
You're gonna be writing the Thunderon
think about it.
Chronicles.
The Thunderon Chronicles. But think about it. Y'all didn't like the way Eyamo Stigmata started off, but that's what I wanted. And I did my job. That's what Jeepers Creepers 1 was. They didn't want you to be happy. Yeah. They didn't want you to be happy with the ending. So if you were mad from the ending,
whenever you mention that book, I get 20/20 vision, and my glasses have to come off.
You become Superman. Let me take these off.
Why?
Can we have Clark back? Can we get Clark? Can we get Clark back?
Get Clark back. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna buy you a phone booth wall sticker so you can put it back there.
And I'm gonna go in there whenever you say, "Hey, y'all gonna stick my," I'm just go in there. Here we go.
So when the glasses come off,
here we go.
But I'm like this. That wasn't a happy ending story, though.
It wasn't.
So if you were mad, I would say I think the writer did their job, unless they came back and said, which some writers do.
They did because. At first, they really didn't explain much what was actually going on, but Jeepers Creepers 2, I was like, oh, that makes sense now.
Yeah, they went more into it.
I said, okay, that makes sense. Now I get it. On 3, I don't know what happened. It just didn't make no sense.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I think that's where a lot of people mess up too. Like they'll write stories, whether it's comics, whether it's movies, things of that sort. And I'm for me, like I go both ways with this. I'm kind of bi. I'm bi on this. so
We all got a little buy-in on the door. I'm sorry.
so I believe that keeping, like telling the story, keeping some things hidden and writing the story to complete the story and keep it going, it's a good thing, right? Yeah. However, if you have a big part of the story, I am a believer in dropping some type of hint in there in the first one. Like it doesn't have to be massive, but just something to where people can pick it up. Or if it's a story that you're writing and it's already based off of a lore, in that first issue, you probably should be talking about that lore that it's based off of in some way, shape, or form. Like you shouldn't wait till the next to talk about it, because if you had, like, you're gonna gain fans and you're gonna gain people who don't like it. That's just natural, Those fans will come back for part 2, but you just lost all of those other people because they're like, I don't know what the fuck they were talking about, and they're just gonna, step away from it. So I think you got to find a happy medium with that. For me, I it's something that I too kind of learned with comics, in writing comics. I think I did all right when I almost stigmata issue 1, but I do feel like when it was done and once it was published, I do feel like I probably could have told a little bit more into that. I think it ended in the perfect place, but I think a little bit more could have been told. Like some of the things that he went through after the fact of getting over there, other than the hunting thing. Like, how did he become hunted? Like, we know that that's the case, but how did you get to that point? Like, what happened, But that's stuff that's going to come along, and I figured out how to make it get there. Well, y'all gonna like it. Y'all gonna be like, yay, he did it. Like, I think y'all will enjoy it, so
we'll see.
We'll see. I promise there will be no more bunnies.
You don't know. You gotta have at least one.
Yeah, there's more bunny characters on the way. Will they be dying?
Yes. Knowing you.
Knowing me, yeah.
Dying in a cage somewhere.
Just don't do it the same way that you did before, okay?
Yeah, that way. I was like, how can I get these people into this book? I got it.
Let's throw the bunnies on a ranch. When I saw that, I was like, I know
all sorts of.
Are they doing what I think they're doing back there?
Yeah, they doing it. They doing it.
Yes, they are.
Listen,
right
when I hit those pages, you know how in GTA, how the little gray screen come up, it says wasted. Yeah. That was me.
That was you. As soon as you hit it, wasted.
I was just like, no. That's all I kept saying as I was reading. No.
My biggest fear, I was hoping that folks would figure it out. Like
my
when
ancestors are shaking.
They
clutching their pearls.
I'm not a monster, MG. I'm a writer. Actually, all writers are monsters. Like for me, I hope that people got it. Like when she came back, I was like, I hope people understand what I'm trying to do. So when everyone came back, it was like, you asshole, why did you do that? I was like, yes, they got it.
Yeah,
they understood what happened.
It was good, but it was still.
I let my little cousin read it, and she read it. She was like, "Are you serious?"
Yep, everybody go. Everybody go.
Nobody lived. Nobody was spared.
No one was spared. So we kind of already talked about what's next in MCU. What are y'all looking forward to as far as movies coming next in Phase 5 for MCU? What are y'all looking forward to? In the comments too, y'all let us know which movies y'all are looking forward to.
Fantastic.
Looking forward to them possibly making.
Yeah, making, because I mean they've already talked. There was some craziness that I heard about Deadpool. I don't know if they're gonna do it, but if they did it, it's gonna be off the.
Deadpool 3 is confirmed.
Yeah, I know it's confirmed, and he's supposed to be with Hugh Jackman. Hugh Jackman's coming back as Wolverine, but somebody was talking about the plot actually, because you remember in the comics, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe, right? Mm-hmm. They're talking about what I heard. I don't know how true this is, but like I said, if they did it, it would be nuts. But Deadpool kills the Fox Marvel Universe. And then some of the characters actually come over, but then a lot of them get killed too. That's how Hugh Jackman gets over, and he gets over, and then some other ones.
So basically, Cable and Wolverine come to the MCU. Everybody else died. All right, cool.
Why Cable gonna come? Cable can't come. Cable, oh, Thanos is dead. Or is he coming back? That's the thing too. Like it's Thanos. Like he's coming back.
I don't think they're gonna bring him back.
You don't think
Even
they're
though
gonna
they
bring him back?
should, I don't think they're gonna bring him back.
No. But if they did it, that would be so dope. Where he just goes through the Fox universe, just killing all of the characters in a sense. Like,
Listen,
and somebody like the way they brought it up is they said that he will actually be working with the TVA to do it because they're a variant universe, and they're a universe that's going to be needing to get eradicated. So I'm just like, that would be interesting. I wonder how they will pull that off if that is true.
Somebody posted something today about Cosmic Ghost Rider.
As a movie already, they need to start off with regular Johnny Blaze.
I know. That's
Yeah, and let him do his story.
Posted about, I forgot who they oh gosh, who they say was playing Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Because
Like-
that's not Johnny. That's
No,
not
that ain't Johnny. It ain't Johnny.
That ain't Johnny.
No.
Because they didn't. Hold on. Because I know one of them is Frank.
Cosmic.
Yeah,
That's
Cosmic is
Cosmic.
Frank. No, they better not. See, that's probably somebody who ain't read the comics and don't know what they think is Johnny Blaze. That's Frank Castle. Like,
Yeah, Frank Castle, the Punisher. Yeah.
the Punisher is
The guy that played as the Punisher. Yeah, they're thinking about putting him
as Johnny Blaze.
Cosmic Ghost Rider. Yeah,
So they're thinking about making the Punisher
I think
Cosmic.
Yeah,
This early?
That person needs to get off the.
If I'm
That
not
person needs to get
mistaken,
off
I
the.
think I have to find the post because I saw it earlier today and I was like, why they just won't leave the same characters? I mean, I know Nicolas Cage is getting older, but still, the man still.
It would be dope. Like I think because there's Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider is a mantle. It gets passed on.
Yeah.
So if they did bring Nicolas Cage back to play Johnny Blaze, and then have him pass it on to
Robbie. Whoever they get, Robbie.
Yeah, Robbie.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think
Now
that
pass it on to Robbie, then that will work. But they already have Robbie in the Agents of Shield,
Agents of
so I don't know if they're
S.H.I.E.L.D.,
gonna bring him back or what.
Isn't I think Keanu Reeves is doing another John Constantine movie too.
Yes, he is. So the thing was, like, at one point, the rumor was
I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, the rumor was that they were going to bring, and we'll talk about it more in DC, but they were talking about bringing Keanu Reeves over to play Ghost Rider. But now Warner DC is like, hey, you want to do Constantine part? Because he's mentioned it before. He's already said he wants to do a second Constantine.
Yeah, he did.
And so now with his freaking John Wick choreography, man, Constantine gonna be a beast.
Yes, it is.
Slaying demons. I'm ready.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Can you imagine him throwing spells and fighting like John Wick at the same time?
And he's walking through hell. Excuse me. What?
Please.
What?
Please.
Excuse me, double. Step out the way, please.
But
I'll take that key. Thank you.
But I do like this. What you said. What you said, Anubis. That means we get a Chris Evans as Johnny Storm again. That would be hilarious. Because do you know how many people would be confused?
They'd be like,
why is Captain America the Human Torch? So many people will be confused. I'm in a sense looking forward to Blade. I heard that they did push the release date back. I am looking forward to Blade. I am also looking forward to the Ant-Man and the Wasp, mainly because I want to get a little bit of insight into what Kang is planning. Because they're going to, in a sense, tell us, because he's the big bad of this overarching phase of stories. So I do kind of want to see what's going there and kind of get an idea of what's going to happen. They got Harrison Ford playing Thunderbolt Ross now.
Yeah, he's the Red Hulk.
Yeah, so he's going to be the Red Hulk.
Get off the plane.
Yeah. Marvel. I know you don't watch these yet.
But if you happen to watch this by the time it gets there, that's all I want is for Harrison Ford to go Red Hulk on a plane, and he says, "Get off my plane." That's all I want. Get off my plane. That's all I want. That's all I want. As he hulks out.
I want to see how
That's all I want.
I want to see that because I want to see how that's gonna work. Him.
I can see him doing it to a hero that just like pops up in the plane.
Yeah.
And like the heroes are like, all right, I'm taking over, and then he just hulks out, and just says, "Get off my plane," and knocks him.
Knocks him off the plane. Just do
Thor.
it.
Let it be Thor. It'll be perfect. Let it be.
Yeah,
let him punch out Thor.
Yep, it'll be perfect. You have the bad Hulk punching out the good Asgardian, where the good Hulk slammed the bad Asgardian. Full circle, Marvel. Full circle.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on, what happened?
Anubis.
He said, "Bruce to Red Hulk, give me back my son." Y'all need to stop. Let me see. So what Anubis said, if they do Deadpool kills the Fox universe, they already had Johnny Blaze and Robbie Reyes exist already, so Frank Castle being Cosmic isn't too far of a stretch. True, but I think that if they're going to do that, they should probably tell the story of how he got there. Like, because Cosmic that's a big deal. Like that's a big deal. So,
and involves,
especially in the comics.
Thanos again too.
Exactly. So, and that's what I'm looking at it from the comic standpoint. Like, could they bring it in? Yes, but Cosmic really doesn't transcribe to where they're at now, what they're trying to do with this multi-universe thing. They're writers. I'm pretty sure if I sat down and thought about it, I could figure out a way to make it work. But I'm not. I have my own universe to concentrate on. So, but I think they should do something with the regular, with the regulars. I think honestly, if they went back and I forget the cowboy one, like if they did a backstory about him, I think that would be dope. Just to give you like an overarching intro into Ghost Rider, so people would know the lore of that character.
That's what I thought that they would do. I thought that was coming.
How the Ghost Rider became.
Yeah, how it first became. But even though he gave a little bit in the movie about how it kind of became, but still, you kind of want to know how that part happened.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
I love that part.
And you season 3 of The Punisher for the explanation? But I'm still trying to find that cosmic connection though, because even the way he became Cosmic Ghost Rider, because he's like he's almost at the end of time, I think, if I'm not mistaken, right? Yeah. So like that's the other part of it too.
A lot of stuff happens when he becomes that.
Yep. So I'm not saying it can't be done. I'm pretty sure they'll figure out a way. I'm not going to say I hope they do it to make everyone happy, because you're not going to make everybody happy.
No.
I just want to see a movie where I enjoy it. Like if I enjoy it, then it's fine. But if I'm bored, But now we're going to get to my
going
favorite.
back to Blake.
Oh yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Quick. Did you see the Halloween special, Werewolf by Night?
No, I haven't seen it yet. Should I? Was he in there? Was he in there, or was he just mentioned?
He wasn't. What? He wasn't in there. But the ones who were in there, I was like, ooh, Howling Commandos.
Oh, they were? Okay.
No, everybody who's in there, I'm just like, I feel like they're gonna do Howling Commandos.
Of course.
Yeah.
You know it's coming. It's probably gonna be a TV show, but it's coming.
Probably.
I'm gonna ask this last question before we move on to DC news. What did y'all think about Riri?
I loved her.
Riri Williams, and yeah, I didn't have a problem with her. A lot of people were complaining about her. The only problem I ever had with Riri, and I still have this problem to this day, because when I was growing up, when we said the term Riri, it really wasn't someone's name.
Yeah, it meant something else.
It meant something totally different. So I always felt like it was some type of underlayered,
right?
But then jab
Rihanna
to naming her Riri. Yeah. So there's that.
Rihanna came out. Yeah.
So maybe that's the inspiration for the name. But that was like the only thing that kind of rubbed me the wrong. I was like, why did they name her Riri? Like,
no, that
actually her actual name?
Yeah, so that was the inspiration. was Rihanna.
Was Rihanna. Okay, I get it now. Because I was just like, at first I was like, is this a nickname? Or is this her name? You know, because like with Rihanna, Riri is the nickname, so she can go back and forth.
Mhm.
Riri Williams, she just Riri 24/7. So that was like my only thing with that. But I did like her in the movie. I liked her character. I thought that she was I know a lot of people had issues with like it was funny to me. They were like, how did she build her suit out of scraps? How did Tony Stark build his suit out of scraps?
Hello, duh.
Hello.
Like I get it. Tony Stark, we know he's smart. People don't like Riri. I get that too. But she's also smart. And she quite literally tells you like I heard somebody talk when they got out there, they're like, yeah, you know, she's using Iron Man's tech and everything like that to build her suits. And I'm just sitting there and I'm like, no, she's not. Like she quite literally said she used car parts. And she told you her dad was a mechanic. She quite literally told the audience, my dad was a mechanic. This is how I learned how to do this. And thirdly, Tony Stark was not mentioned not once by her at all in the movie.
Y'all actually thought she looked.
So I personally think that they're actually trying to find a way to break her away from Tony Stark, which I think is a good thing.
Yeah, you wanted to.
She will have to explain her power. So I think now the one thing I do think, especially with her being in Wakanda, they probably should have did something to explain her power source a little more, so people wouldn't think that she was just magnificently created the arc reactor, even though she was in Wakanda when she built that suit. So the first suit had a little thing on it too, but I think they probably should have explained that tech a little bit better.
Yeah.
I mean, either differentiate it from their arc reactor so people wouldn't think that's what it was, or say that before Tony died or something, like he found her and taught her something like shit. Like they should have did something with that because they kind of left it in the air of where she got that from.
It was supposed to be AI Tony. Like AI Tony was supposed to show up, which he still might in her series because Ironheart is going to be a TV series.
Yeah,
and then if you looked at the first suit, it wasn't really. It didn't look fully complete because a lot of it was exposed at the top.
Yeah,
and that's the thing. A lot of people didn't know. Like her first suit, you know what it reminded me of the freaking forklift robot from Aliens.
Right.
That's what it reminded me of. Like when I saw it, I was like, "Oh, she just got a rocket on a fucking frame. Like this is not a suit at all. You know, like it wasn't a suit because like it just wasn't." Now the second one, that one was a suit. After she got all the Wakanda help and the Wakanda tech stuff, the second one was a suit. The first one was not a suit. So I don't know. Like I said, I think people want to be critics. That they'll sit down and watch a movie one time and then they start taking their notes while they're watching it, and then they're missing shit. Watch the movie 3 times, people, if you want to be a good critic. 3 times. 1, to allow yourself to allow yourself to get into the movie.
Look, I'm careful with that next finger.
2, to observe the movie. And 3, to take your notes. Okay? It's simple. It's so simple.
You already know I'm going to do that with you. You already know that.
Yeah.
I don't care.
It's so simple. I really think that if folks did that, they probably was, oh shit, I missed that. You know, like don't take your notes when you're writing. Don't even watch it a second time and try to take notes. Like watch it, get absorbed in the movie. Even if you have your own gripes about it, just allow yourself, if you can, to get absorbed into the movie the first time. Second time, watch it with observation. Now you're looking for things. You know. Third time, watch it and take your notes.
I say take notes later on down the line. Just take mental notes. Let's keep watching.
The reason why everybody does it on the first one is because everybody wants to be the hot one. It's like, first off, everybody's doing the same thing, so you're not going to be the first one. No. You're not. The first ones are going to be the ones who got invited to a premiere, and then even before them is going to be Deadline, Hollywood Wire, or whoever. All of them are going to get it before you, so you're not going to be the first. You're Rotten Tomatoes, so you're not going to be the first. So don't even rush, especially if you're a YouTube critic. Don't rush.
They don't care about you.
Do a good job. Just do a good job. You know,
and it's funny because I did that once. I was asked to be a critic about a movie. And what people don't realize is when they invite you to be a critic,
Mhm.
they just want you to say, did you like it or didn't like it, or what
Yeah.
did you not like about it?
Yeah.
All this other stuff is just extra.
They don't really
Yeah.
that's just your
Which is-
opinion, really. They don't really care
Yeah.
for your opinion. They
Right.
just want to
They
they
just
just
wanna know,
like the
did you
movie so we
like
can
it or not?
release it.
Yeah, they just want to know they just want you to tell them what they want to hear.
Right.
Mhm.
And, which I think is weird too, because you know, like the way I tell all of y'all all the time, I'm gonna tell me good, bad, and the ugly. I want to know everything, just like our
Yeah,
motto
they-
is for the podcast. I mean, you know,
yeah,
and a
they're
lot of people is like, "Are you sure? Do you want? Yes, tell me
they're
everything."
almost
man.
like, tell me I'm pretty.
Yeah, tell me I'm pretty. But what if you're not?
Average?
You know, but
You bitch.
yeah,
It's like,
yeah, exactly. But you're right though.
like, oh,
Now to the fun part. I'm sorry.
uh-oh. I thought we were having fun. Excuse
We
me.
are having fun. We're about to have a lot of fun now.
Oh,
boy.
But here we
That
go.
means we're finna get in trouble.
DC Studios,
ooh.
DCU, which I'm gonna say right here.
The most
Yeah,
the most confusing universe.
DC's
it wasn't confusing to me.
DCU.
DCU. They got a name now, y'all. So James Gunn and Saffron, I can't think of his first name now. I'm sorry. They came in, was like, hey, let's give it a name.
Let's give it a name first.
Because
Let's
before,
name
it was everybody was called a DCEU for DC Extended Universe. But for everything that I'm hearing, they want to try to bring everything in, especially with Zaslav. He's like, bring everything in. So there's right now there's technically 3 Batmans with the Batman and Michael Keaton's Batman being back and Ben Affleck's Batman technically being back,
Peter Safran.
So yeah, Peter Safran. Thank you. So one thing that Zaslav said, the owner, of Warner Discovery, is that there will not be 4 Batmans. So he wants to bring it all in by the time some of these stories are done. There's only going to be 1 Batman. And it kind of goes along this thing because some of the stuff that Gunn was tweeting, one of the things that Gunn tweeted was Batmite, right? So we're going to talk about that because if they do one of the things that I heard that might actually be going on, it could be done nicely. Let's see. So yeah, they got a name in the comments.
Batmite?
Yeah,
Yes.
Batmite. He is a Batman stan from the 5th dimension. There's one for Superman also.
This is Supermite?
No,
actually, no. What's his name?
He's a
no. That's Mixopidolix is his name.
Yeah,
he's the Superman stan. Is Mixopidolix. Before anyone jumps on me, that was just a joke. Oh, okay. Thank you, SJ, because that was about to happen. Just a little jokey joke. Okay.
Because I was about to send the text.
Yep. See.
Now SJ was joking, child. We Scorpios. We know we gorgeous, so you ain't gotta.
Yep. So, like I said, hit the ground running, Gunn and Saffron, and they did. They hit the ground running.
Yes, they did.
They said Henry Cavill come back. They did
Smart
the baby
move.
come back, which was a very smart move.
Affleck's
back.
I'm hoping that this is true. That because in some interviews he's acting surprised when he does Lobo, that he's having Jason Momoa play Lobo.
And see, that's the thing too. Like I'm wondering because what Flash is about to rip apart the universes. So I am wondering because Jason Momoa, before playing Aquaman, he's always wanted to play Lobo. So he did that IG thing or something on IG where he was like, I can't tell you all, but this is the day. Just mark your words. Like excited about what's to come. And
the only comment
like I said here
is Lobo.
Yep, Gunn's Twitter teases one of the characters that Gunn teased was Lobo. So I'm wondering if they may use the Flash to recast Aquaman and let him play Lobo.
Yes.
He would be the perfect Lobo. He
is Lobo.
He is Lobo. He has Lobo.
He is Lobo. Even though I know somebody who's probably watching doesn't want him to be Lobo. I'm sorry.
Who's that?
Sorry.
Cool.
Boogie.
That's
Boogie, you'll be all right.
Oh, Boogie wants to be Lobo.
Boogie, you want to
Boogie,
be
you want to be
Lobo?
Lobo?
Boogie will be a good Lobo.
Boogie would be a good Lobo.
Boogie cosplays Lobo, actually.
But he just looks like him. Like he looks like him. Like when you
He
see him,
does.
I just put paint on him, put the freaking
Even
I'm
even
like,
even
that's
with
Lobo.
his smile, the way Jason Momoa smiles, sometimes he looks like
It's a
Lobo.
very Lobo smile.
Like
Yeah.
Lobo.
Lobo.
One of the other things that Gunn teased, let me go to his Twitter. So, like I said earlier, he teased Batmite, right? So, one of the things that I've heard with that is that I guess in the end of the Flash movie, because when people were saying that they were saying that it's supposed to end with Michael Keaton, so everybody was like, "Oh yeah, Michael Keaton's going to be the new Batman." I'm thinking people were forgetting. Like I get it, nostalgia, Batman '89, Batman Returns. We love Michael Keaton, yes. Michael Keaton, can he still do it? Yes, I do believe so. But I don't think Michael Keaton wants to put on a suit for another 3 or 4 or 5 movies. I'm just saying. I don't think I never thought Michael Keaton was going to be the definitive Batman. I never thought freaking what's his face in the Batman would be the new Batman, just because it just doesn't work. Like, and that's the thing too. Like with me, like people are so weird in their things that they like and things that they don't like, and the way they want to push their own ideals forward. Is like, you like this Batman who comes from a dark and gritty place, but you hated Ben Affleck's Batman because it came from a dark and gritty place.
Pick one.
Like, either you hate it or you don't. Like, don't hate it because of the director, which I think a lot of people, that's what it was. People just already hated Zack, so they just instantly hated the things that he was doing, So, like I was saying, one of the things that that he posted was Batmite, which one of the pictures of Batmite was freaking creepy looking, but knowing James Gunn is probably the one he's going to pick because he looked freaking horrendous. He looked scary as fuck. Like that was going to be a horror movie. But if he does it, like I said in the end of the Flash, they said there's a point where Bruce is contacting Barry from another dimension, saying, pretty much asking for help, right? Which leads to Batmite. Because like I said, Batmite is a Batman stan. What if he kidnaps Ben Affleck's Batman, pulls him over to the fifth dimension? Which people have been saying that's the idea. And I think that would be kind of a cool idea. I think it would make for an awesome story and kind of introduce the fifth dimension a little bit. Do I think is a little too much for DC to probably be doing right now? No.
No,
no, I just think right now, just keep going forward, DC. Just keep moving. And that was the big problem. The reason why the world got so confusing is because even though people were complaining about what Zack did, DC tried to too hard of a course correct. I think you should have just kept with that and just kept the boat going. Just keep the ship going. Like it's there. Just keep it going. Keep building your world, and then bring folks in, which I think is kind of what they're doing now. They're just keeping the ship going, but they're making their movies the way they want to make their movies. But they're keeping the same actors. They're not trying to freaking reboot everything, which is what the original regime was doing, which is what was causing a lot of the problems. So
I think if they just stay focused and don't worry about what others are doing.
Exactly.
You gotta have tunnel vision. Don't look at Marvel. Don't look at anyone else, and just stay focused. Because I think the whole thing is they're always and going to trying to compete, and
this is a.
What was that?
What was that? Jay.
Did
he freeze?
I don't know, Jay.
Did you freeze? I think he froze.
Jay.
I think he froze.
I was on.
He's laughing.
I'm on Discord. That was Kenna.
I was gonna say, Jay, what was
that was Kenna. What in the world happened?
You watching over there?
We gotta call 911. What happened?
What were they doing to that cat? I was gonna say,
yeah, they call 911 and shit. But
what was they doing to that cat?
Yeah. But so you're right about that. Like
see, look. tell Keta that was a sign that she was supposed to be on here,
Mm-hmm.
and she
No,
should
I
Mm-hmm.
and
left.
she
I
should have
left it
shared
because
it.
I forgot. Listen, I forgot to deafen, so I left.
Dang.
All we heard was man. I'm just like,
What is going on?
what y'all doing to
What
them
is
cats over there?
what is happening?
But you're right about that, Scorpio. They do have to stop comparing themselves to Marvel. This is the
Yeah.
thing that I look at it. It's the reason why I don't do the whole Marvel DC war, me personally, because I see them as apple and oranges. Even in the comics, I see them as apple and oranges. My thing is like not every publisher tells
No.
comic book stories the same way, right? Like
No.
even in the independent comic world, like you look at my company, Sovereign Comics, you might look at Millennial Comics, you might look at Catalyst and freaking Black Moss and all these other different comic book groups. Like to compare us to each other is actually very lowbrow. I'm not going to say lowbrow. Am I going to say lowbrow? Should I say lowbrow?
Hold on. Go ahead, say it. I dare you.
Like,
say
well,
it.
I just lost some readers. Potential readers who never read my comics before. I'm reading your comics. You never have. Anyway,
Say that.
yeah, I'm gonna say I think it's very lowbrow. To be honest, that's like comparing Stephen King to freaking Edgar Allan Poe. Like, there's two different types of storytellers.
Yeah, you can't.
There's two different types. You can't. Edgar Allan Poe is good for what he did. Stephen King is good for what he did. To compare the two makes no logical sense whatsoever.
No.
Yes, they both write novels or short stories and so on and so forth, anthologies and everything like that, to include H.P. Lovecraft and other authors. To compare them is it's dumb. You see, I'm stuttering because my brain cells are trying to figure out how to make it work. It doesn't. so
You can.
some people gotta stop that.
But you know what's funny? Because I think it was Boogie. He found a post and he was going to send it to Thyla. That there was a company that was hiring a lore checker, and I think it was for Sonic, for just to be a person that keeps up lore.
Mm-hmm.
And dang, I wish DC would have thought about that.
Yeah, like I mean, that's the one thing that I would
the
say.
biggest problem.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that I would say is the lore part. Like you should have had somebody there who was tracking lore, right? Making sure things stay put. But there's still certain hills that I'm gonna die on. Like there's still certain hills that I'm gonna die on. For instance, to think that Superman has never gotten into a fight and there has never been collateral damage. Did I say it? To think that Superman has gotten into a fight and there has never been collateral damage, that is very lowbrow. Every time this man fights, there's collateral damage. Like I saw Super Pets with my kids, and he threw a car into a building, and the lights were on in the building. So
Somebody got hurt.
Somebody got hurt. To think that no one got hurt is come on, really? Like,
Yeah.
Like if a crane hit the side of a building with people in it, they're gonna get hurt, right?
Miley Cyrus
So
is not gonna come on. It's not gonna slide on the ball.
Yes, they're just gonna be okay. They're gonna get a 1-up mushroom, but I'm good.
All right.
Use my other man. Use my extra life. Good to go.
I mean, I think that's why I really like Man of Steel, because Man of Steel showed the realization, like everything got tore up.
Exactly, and that made sense to me. Like everybody was like, "No, that's not." I'm like, first off, this man is fighting a fucking fleet of Kryptonians.
Yeah.
What movie are you watching?
Something's gonna
Something's
gonna get blown up. Like you thought Kryptonians going to Smallville and threatening this man. I watched it again. Kryptonians going to Smallville and threatening this man's mom. You didn't think weren't going to be. If someone goes to your hometown and threaten your mom, I guarantee you all the dirt inside in the front yard is going to be all sorts of torn up. You're going to probably have a broken cart. Like if you were Superman, that city would be gone. I promise you it would be. And that's the part that people I don't think understood. Like this is a young Superman. And I know I've explained to people before, and I think I said it on another episode, like this is a young Superman. Like they showed how immature he was. when he didn't beat up the man, but he beat up his truck.
Oh
when he
yeah.
left, you know. So
Oh boy, he that truck was.
yeah,
It wasn't
I was
even a
like, dang,
truck.
I felt sorry for the truck. I was like, damn,
I felt sorry
Clark.
for the truck,
Like,
not for the dude.
yeah. Everybody's
Truck
like, he ruined that
number.
man's career. I'm like, he messed
Yeah.
up that truck. Like that poor truck will never drive again.
Never. You can't even fix that. No
It's off
insurance
for the
can fix
count.
that.
No, sure. They were like, how did that happen?
No insurance. They were like,
What's
well,
he gonna say?
Superman. They're gonna be like,
So
okay,
really,
sorry.
Superman did that? What did you do? What were you hauling? They're gonna check your entire background for that.
Mhm.
But like,
Superman did
so that was
this.
the yeah. So that was the part that I didn't get when people were arguing about that. So I'm glad you brought that up, Jay, because that was one of my biggest arguments. Like, if that makes all the sense to me. That first off, they already dropped the terraformer machine on the planet. You didn't think no damage was going to come from that, and then they blew up the terraforming machine. You didn't think no damage. Like, and then I don't know what they were expecting. I guess they just expected Superman to fly around eating ice cream and talking to little boys the whole movie. Like,
Superman.
I'm Superman. It's Superman. He's just flying around. Hi, citizens. I'm here. I guess that's what they expected. I don't know what people expected.
I mean, they could have gave him the superpowers from the old movies. You could build a wall with eye vision.
Which one?
No.
Oh God.
Listen. If you've ever seen the old school Supermans, go look that up on YouTube. Hey, he rebuilds the Great Wall of China with eye beams.
This is all you see.
Would y'all have been happier if he did that? Would people have been happier if he did that after Metropolis? Like, he just turned on his eye beams and started rebuilding Metropolis. Would people have been happy? You know what would have happened? Those same people that complained would have been like, that was cheesy as hell. The whole movie was good until that part.
And that's a long process doing that. That would hurt my eyes.
Just looking around. Oh shit, there was a skyscraper right there. My bad.
Snap.
My bad.
That was a plane. I'm sorry, y'all.
Anybody got any Visine? I've been looking over for a very long time.
All this dust in my eyes.
Where's the water dude for my hero? I need some help. Oh, that's another spoiler.
Damn it, I got something in my eye. Hold on, y'all. Stop. Half of the wall done. Hold on, y'all. Stop. I got something in my eye. It's a particle in my eye.
So that's another hill that I'll die on right there. And then the other hill that I'll die on too is this whole Batman don't kill thing. That's only one Batman. That was from Batman the Animated Series. Every other Batman has laid waste to everybody.
Of course.
Okay.
Even in comics.
I'm gonna say this loud and proud as a Batman fan. To y'all who don't believe that Batman kills, this man kills. He just has a no gun policy.
Yeah,
that's it.
But his no gun policy, because his no gun policy doesn't stretch to the Batmobile, because even in the animated series, he had guns on the Batmobile.
Yeah. So
right.
So it's like, so when people were angry about that, I'm like,
off the ledge.
Exactly. He let a dude flip with the
watching him fall.
He was
with no smile,
letting bombs go. Like, oh, this is yours. Like like I bring this up to like old Batman, and I think this was after he stopped caring. Like, this is when he had the Batcopter, and I think it was the Joker. But he hung somebody from the Batcopter and flew them around the city, hung by their neck, flew them around the city to invoke fear. So for y'all,
to let you know,
so
Batman.
Again, to let you know, I'm Batman. Here's my Batcopter. You see him hanging? I'm Batman. That's what he wanted you to know. And then like the other part too, like the whole like no 9mm and stuff. I get that, but he does use guns.
Yeah,
the grappling gun.
What you think? Why you think the batarangs are? Look, why you think the batarangs are sharp? They're not dull.
And I want to say this to folks:
head off.
If I took that batarang and threw it at you with all of my power, and it hit you, you're gonna die.
Yes.
And Batman benches over how much does he bench? I know he squats about it. Is he benching 800? I know he benches a lot. So if he threw it,
over like
he be
100 pounds.
Yeah.
So imagine him taking that batarang and sling and just he's
and with all of his might. Y'all thought y'all think even if he threw a rubber batarang with all of his might.
It's still gonna do.
He still has the potential of killing you. Not to mention, he'd be shooting people with grappling guns. Like,
Mm-hmm.
he'd be shooting people with grappling guns. Like,
Knocking you out with gas.
Yeah, knock you out. Like y'all think, has no one seen that? I've seen a real life grappling gun, and if you shoot someone with that, they're dead. They're dead.
Matter of fact,
And
even if they're not real bullets, rubber bullets hurt.
Yeah,
rubber. Yeah, they hurt. And if you get hit in the right spot, they will kill you.
They will knock you out. Take you.
Yep.
Hey.
So, and just like you mentioned, gas.
Nearer, my God, to thee.
Yep. And then like you said, Jay, with the gas, like he'd be throwing gas out there. How do you know? You don't know people's allergic reactions. Like
Exactly.
I guarantee you, so many people had asthma attacks and died. Like for y'all to think that this man will kill is off. It's off to me.
Yeah,
like,
y'all stop being naive out there. Come on.
Yeah, for real. So, and that's the reason why. And that was another reason why I understood that Batman. Like a lot of people like, that's not my Batman. I'm like, okay, but the story straight up told you that wasn't your Batman. He literally just lost one of his best friends. He lost his son, as they showed you in the capsule when you saw the Robin suit at haha Batman, and then all this other shit from Lex Luthor. You let your family die and all this other. Man, it made sense.
That's not my
it
Batman.
Made sense why that Batman was off the chain.
You know what? This ain't it.
He's like, this ain't it. You know what? You villains, I gave y'all a chance. I'm gonna start killing you. He's crazy. Well, you did it. So, this is what you asked for.
Yeah, been sharpening the battery, and I done told y'all.
I told y'all.
Okay, with me. Now you finna find the cow.
Y'all done killed Dick. Y'all done killed this super dude. Done came down here and killed all these people. We got another little orphan girl and killed my friend. He was mad, man.
Now you finna get it. I done told y'all to stop.
Like when they showed Wayne Manor the first time, you should have known right off the bat that this was not your Batman. You should. Because he wasn't even in Wayne Manor. He was staying down the road at the pond house. Yeah. Wayne Manor looked ass. It was tore down. So, like I said, I don't know how people watch movies. I think a lot of people just, because they want to be critics so bad, they are sitting there taking notes and not paying attention to the movie. All of the stuff is there. I will admit, though, like in Justice League, I like the Zack Snyder version better because I think because as an artist, I like the ideal of artists being able to tell what they envision, but also because it was just way better, especially when they fully added Cyborg story into it. Like I really like that right there. How you don't add that to the movie? Tier cancel count on this live four already, SJ.
Dang.
SJ, that's a good point. I assumed it was Jason too. Like I assumed that was going to be the case from the comics, but then again, like Zack Snyder said that he never liked the ideal of Robin, so he said it was Dick. But honestly, knowing the type of person Zack Snyder is now, that I've been paying attention to this dude more, he likes to troll people. So I think he did it to purposely make people mad. It probably was Jason and Nightwing's running around somewhere. And he probably just said that to make folks mad. It's very possible. So
probably,
and I would have did it, especially how some
Zacky boy.
Dick is in Bloodhaven.
Oh,
Dick is like in Bloodhaven, but like, I'm here.
Yeah, I thought you. Yeah, I'm here. Well, I think I'm dead. All of a sudden, you pan over Bloodhaven and you see Nightwing sitting on the ledge. Like, I thought I was dead, huh? It wasn't me. Zack should have did that. Zack should have did that at the end. Like went over to Bloodhaven and you saw Nightwing. That would have, man. Everybody would have went nuts because they'd have like, oh, that means we're getting a Red Hood. Possibly. Let Zack Snyder do that. Oh my god. It's gonna be a lot of death in that one.
Red Hood wasn't no joke.
Whoa. But one of the big tweet teasers that I want to talk about, and then we'll end it here. One of the big ones is James Gunn teased out Michael Holt, aka Mr. Terrific. And I was so happy to see that. And it kind of leads to one thing I was saying, like at the beginning of the show. Like, I never liked the ideal of changing a white character black. Even if it was like, oh, but these are the popular characters, so as to get black characters popular. And I'm like this, if you're a company, you should know how to market and brand. If you have all these characters, you should know how to market and brand them. If you don't know how to market and brand them, get rid of them. Let some of us indie guys take them. I guarantee you, I'll put Mr. Michael Holt into the Soulverse. Him and Raina's gonna get along. They're gonna
Somehow,
be
some way.
cooking up some crazy crap in the lab, I promise you. But I love the idea that James gonna put that up there because, like I said, he's doing what I think some people, well, I'm gonna say some because there's a lot of people who are asking for it, but I think a lot more have been asking for it. What I've been saying is like take the black characters that we already have and bring them to the limelight. So I enjoy seeing that. Like I'm like, yes, thank you, because I would rather see that than a black Superman. I would rather see Mr. Terrific. I would rather see Black Lightning. I would rather see Vixen. I would rather see freaking why am I escaping on her? Why is her name escaping?
We might TV series.
What's that?
We might get the John Green Lantern TV series.
Yeah, like that. I would rather see Jon Stewart. I would rather see
Hear me?
what's her? Huh? Who? Say it again. I didn't hear you.
What's going on?
What happened? Let's talk about the Black Wonder Woman. Her name is freaking escaping me right now. I don't know why.
Oh gosh.
It's escaping
Nubia.
me too.
Nubia.
There we go. See, I don't know. I was about to.
I am waiting for that.
Because it could easily be done. Like Nubia, quite literally, there was the one black woman who's always been in all the Wonder Woman stuff. But like, thank you, Anubis. But like, I would like her being Nubia, or another black woman in on Themyscira being Nubia. Like it can be done. You know.
Let's just say because I have been looking for that comic book and I finally found it on Macari for a decent price. And it did state in there at the end of that comic where Nubia tells Wonder Woman we're gonna see each other again. So I'm like, okay, somehow, some way, I don't know when. I believe a movie is coming. Plus, I liked what they did. I think it was last year sometime, where Serena Williams was in like a commercial, and she was dressed up in the Wonder Woman outfit. Yeah. I'm like, okay, now I can see her playing Nubia.
Possibly, if she can act.
Everybody at the movie theater like.
Yeah. If she can act, as I said, was this Kevin Owen? Yeah, like Static Shock. Like I agree with that. Like a Static Shock film needs to happen. That's just my thing. Like I would rather see black characters that are there getting their movies, getting their shine, rather than making a black Superman and things like that. Like that's the reason why I never liked it. You know, and people yelled at me about it. I don't care. That's the reason why I never liked it. You know, but the same thing though, like because I even talked about it. And that's when I kind of had an epiphany once, and I was even on another podcast where I was like, I think a lot of it is really is not that some of us want representation. A lot of us just want to be popular. And I know people are like, wait, what? SJ, this is probably gonna be 5, 6, 7 of me being canceled. So what's one representation? But a lot of us just want to be popular. And I say that because, like, I remember at one point, a lot of us were saying we want representation. We want to see more black characters. And the DC said, really? Okay. And then New 52 came out. They had Static Shock. They had Mr. Terrific. They had Batwing, who was in Africa. They had a Vixen comic. They had, who else did they have? They had, I think they even had Silencer, because they had a new black character, and Silencer was badass. And then they had another one, right? All of those books got canceled. They even had a new Black Lightning book too. And then they had Earth 2, which was led by a black Superman. All of them got canceled. With Val-Zod. All of them got canceled because they weren't black. And that's when I realized then, like, because it was like, it took me a bit, and then I looked back and I was like, because I have them all. When I saw them, I was like, buying them. So I have them all, and they all got canceled. Because nobody was buying them. And I know a lot of people say, well, they weren't marketing them. I was like, every comic book shop I went to had them, and I'm in Colorado. Yeah. And they had them. When I was in Kansas, they had them. So if you're in New York, I don't know what the problem is over there. Like, they should have them. Because if I'm in Colorado and Kansas and they have them, I'm sure they have them in New York and all those big cities. So,
well, it depends. Because, like, here, the one I normally go to, I got to like search through the whole store to find the ones that I know I'm looking for.
Right.
But like,
There's another thing too. Like, I can see people who've never been to a comic book shop not knowing this. But Jay, I'm sure you probably did this. Like when you didn't find it, you probably went up there and was like, "Hey, can I order this?" and got it in your pull box, and they'll order it in.
mm-hmm.
That's the other option. That's what a lot of people need to do. Like, if you want to see it, like just go to if it's your first time in a comic book shop. Most comic book shops, I think some of them moved away from them, especially with the pandemic and everything. Like back in 2020, a lot of them started moving away from them. But they had this little lovely thing called a pull box. So you would go there, and if there were a book that was out or something on back order, you would ask to order it.
Yeah.
Go through the computer system, because I did it. I got a variant Wonder Woman. I did the same thing, and they order it, and when it gets there, they let you know and you get it. So
my comic book shop, they still do the pull. I still have a pull. As a matter of fact, I haven't been to my comic book shop in almost like about a couple of months. Glenn, don't hurt me, but I have been taking care of big boy problems, the big boy things. But they still have a pull list, and if I'm looking for something specific, he'll try to find it for me. And if he can't find it, like I post about it, there's other ways that I do look and find those. Like I mentioned, if you're watching my YouTube channel, Double O Scorpio, I do mention different ways. I think I did 2 already. Different ways how you can actually find some of these grails. I actually went on an online auction where somebody was getting rid of an estate sale, and they had comics, and they were auctioning off these comic books. I just so happened to look and find a first appearance Static 1. That's like a $200 book, $200 or more book, and someone made a bid of $45 for the whole set.
For the whole set,
the whole Static 1. It was like a bunch of first appearances, and I was like, "It's a bid of $45."
That right there lets you know one thing. People either, which I can understand, people being strapped for cash, but even still, if I was strapped for cash, I would sell it at value.
Most likely, it's an estate sale, and the company just trying to make money. They don't know anything about comic books, so they just put it up there. And that's comic books. People like me that knows them is like, ooh. And you start bidding on it. You pay like either $80 or $90 some, and you get like a $200 or $300 book, pretty much free. Yeah. But it's though there are other ways if your comic book shop can't find it for you.
There's always a way. There's always a way.
Depends on. It all goes back to that one question I always ask: how bad do you want it?
That's why I'm glad you got that new show. Where you can show people how to get these books. And if y'all out there listening, follow Scorpio's page. Have you changed your YouTube channel to Double O Scorpio yet?
Double O Scorpio. I've changed. Yeah, if I can talk, I have to work on I think I have to change the title, but the icon does show Double O Scorpio. Look, y'all. Look, don't make fun of my logo. It does have Canva in the back of it. Of Double O Scorpio, don't judge.
How about leave Scorpio alone?
Don't worry. We'll get you that information. We'll get you that premium. We'll get you that premium.
We'll get it for you.
Do you know how much that premium is?
Hey, you just send it to me and I'll fix it up for you.
There you go. That's premium.
I got you. I got you.
But yeah,
when I first saw it, I was like, Scorpio being a Scorpio. Yes, with no help.
I'm just how I'm looking at it is okay. This is just to get started, to get the information out there. After get the information out along the line, you're gonna see the improvement.
I mean, that's how the bridge started. Like, I didn't have all this stuff. I just had the bridge part. Then I went and rebuilt everything, and then it just started building from it. So, but I can't do that with my Sovereign Comics channel.
It's to get that information out to show you that there are different ways and how
and it's good information too.
I actually found some stuff like a pit number 1. It was a mystery box that I paid 25. Well, I bought 2 of them. I paid like $40 for it.
So the information is there. Y'all follow Scorpio's page. Double O Scorpio. You'll find it. You'll see the logo. Follow it. He gives some good information on how you can get comics and stuff. So it's a dope show. So yeah, we coming close on two hours. I do want to bring up something that John said. I don't know if John's still there. I know John's busy with some things, but I do want to bring up something that he said, which was what he said. I feel the multiverse approach is being overly used, and it's funny you say that, John, because I started feeling the same thing.
Everybody wants a multiverse now.
Yeah, everybody wants to do that now. It's like the step now. It is. I think they're going at it different directions. Of course, DC is using the Flash, which makes sense. He's like their multiverse steam engine. He's the one who gets them places. Mm-hmm. And Marvel is using the Ant-Man in a sense with the quantum stuff to go to different universes. Well, not only that, but then you got a TVA now too, and then Kang. So yeah, I think it's great that you mentioned that because I think that this is a way, and I think that Safran and Gunn and Safran, they've been like I said earlier, they are almost finished with their DC Bible and the way they want to do stuff. And I think that's the reason why James Gunn has been teasing different posts. Like I also saw him do what's the dude's name? Why am I forgetting his character's name? He's the Western character, fucked up face.
Jonah Hex.
Hex, yes.
He actually posted about him today too.
Yeah, he did
on Twitter.
Because Jonah Hex does need to be that movie he got. I was excited when it came out, and then I saw it, and I was like, okay. I do think Jonah Hex needs to be. I do think Jonah Hex needs a revamp, and I think it needs to be more horrific, because that's his character. I think it needs to be more horrific, not whatever it was they were trying to do with it. Like I think it needs to be horror.
Be more horror.
Yeah, be more of a whore.
Be more of a whore.
Be more of a horror.
More horror.
I'm sorry. But yeah, so John, that is a very good point there. I think that if they do them differently, though, honestly, to tell you the truth, there's the other side of that coin too. I think with Marvel and DC both doing this multiverse thing, I think it'd be easier for everybody to follow both because of it. Because now it's going to indoctrinate people to the whole multiverse thing, which for DC, that's one of their strongest suits. Whereas Marvel, I think their strongest suit is street level hero and then being in space. Like those are their two strongest in my eyes. Whereas DC is like space.
DC is
space gods and multiverse is their
thing. They're good at that part. They may as well go ahead and just do the amalgams.
Yeah, Marvel does. Oh yeah, DC has a strong supernatural too. So it's
they just
they have their ones that they share, but then they have their ones that you know them for. Like I said, Marvel street level heroes, you know them for that.
Just go ahead and just do the amalgam.
That's one of the things that a lot of people think is coming too, with Gunn moving over to
because
DC. They think it's going to be like a DC Marvel crossover.
I keep seeing posts about the Batman and Wolverine. What is it called? Dark
Claw. That sounds like
it'll be weird.
That sounds like a Darkwing Duck villain.
Dark
for real.
Quack.
Dark Claw. I think that was a Darkwing Duck villain. Like I'm not even gonna lie. I think Dark Claw was a Darkwing Duck villain. Either that or he was in Tailspin. He was in one of them animal-morphic cartoons.
Dark. I am Dark Claw. Quack.
Quack. Quack. Jesus. Oh man, well, this was fun. This was a great open chat. Like,
I think that would be kind of like on the comic level a little bit.
The amalgam, of course.
Yeah,
I wouldn't take it seriously.
I wouldn't. That would be funny as hell.
Like, I hope they don't take it seriously if they do it.
Dark Claw putting on his cape and he keeps slicing it up. God damn it! I just bought this cape. Son of a bitch. He throw a batarang in and get caught in the claws. God. All you hear is this.
Every time he throw it, click, click, click,
click, click, click, click. God damn it. I just got it stuck again. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna cut you in just 1 second. Give me a moment.
Shit gets magnetized.
Clink, clink. Shit, son of a bitch. You know he got a cuss under his breath. I am Dark Claw Clank. I'm gonna end you. Clink, clink. Fuck. Shit.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Oh god.
I just bought. Hold on. I need to get a new cape. Not Alfred. Alfredo, come here. I need to get a new cape.
Who would it be? Would it be out? Would it be? Hold on, because it's dark. So it's Wolverine. So what? So who did Alfred morph with? Who did he fuse with? And I gotta find out now.
Oh gosh.
Get him in Professor X.
What?
Can't be
It would
can't
be
Jarvis.
Forge. It would be Forge.
Forge.
Because that's Wolverine's best friend. So it's Forge.
Yeah.
It'll be
Alfred.
Alfred.
Forge.
Alfred.
So he just be building shit for him.
My claws, look, my claws got dull from me trying to throw the dark claw ring, the battle ring.
Not the dark claw ring. The dark.
I need
Yo,
to
on that
sharpen
note,
them again.
okay, on dark claw ring. On that note, we're gonna go on that. Not dark claw wing. Holy shit.
Throw the battle ring.
So-
Click. Fuck. Shit. God damn it. It happened again. I broke a claw. Shit. I can't keep replacing these damn things. There's only so much metal on the earth. Fuck.
Whew, okay. So everybody, thank you for joining us at the bridge. This was an open chat night. So we have the next 2 episodes that are coming up. Next week, we're going to be talking to Lizzie from Liz Anime Art. And then the week after that, we're going to be talking to Bantagu from Bantagu Arts.
Yeah.
2 more artists. And then the last episode, which will be episode 21, which will end season 1. And then we'll be back in January for season 2. Is going to be another open chat night where we're going to invite folks on. And we're just going to talk about some things and do like a year recap. You know,
my God.
Hopefully we can invite some of the guests back to the show to talk to them and stuff, because we got some things coming in season 2 that I think a lot of folks like, to include something that I kind of want to do at the end of season 1, but I decided to move it to the end of season 2 because I found out where I can get the belt made, but I want to have like the reigning champ of the year, where you get like the bridge podcast belt.
Yeah.
Where your show whoever show gets the most views and
You're gonna get the belt.
things like that gets a.
Oh, that didn't sound right. The belt.
Gets the belt.
I'm so sorry.
Why you gotta say
This is not the lotion on the skin.
I'm so sorry.
I send you a goodie box too with lotion in it, and then I record, and then you gotta record.
You got the
yourself with
most
lotion on the
views. You're
skin.
gonna get the belt
Get the belt.
with a dark
that
claw
can go
ring.
2 ways, Scorpio. That can go 2 ways.
Yeah, I know.
2 ways.
With a dark claw ring. You got to keep it sharp though.
Boogie already claimed. Boogie said that's his.
Oh, but you already know Boogie with his stories. Dark claw ring.
Okay, Anubis. Say if it's on January 4th, that's 2 days after my B-Day, I want to be on the episode. Okay.
We got you.
We might. I don't know if we're gonna start like that early. We'll see though. They start right off the bat. No, we'll probably start like the second week of January, but I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, that's one of the things I do want to do. So, got to see when this new intro is going to be done.
Yes.
That's going to be
Dark
cool.
Claw.
You're going to have Dark Claw in the intro.
Dark Claw save us.
He's going to swoop in. All right.
That's all you're going to hear. Goddamn rubber boots. Shit.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what I get for going to the Goodwill. Shit. Trying to be cheap.
Let me see. What is it? Boogie said, what you going to do when Boogie and Granny run wild? What you going to do when Boogie and Granny run wild on you?
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the bridge.
Thank y'all.
We will see y'all. This was fun, as always.
Bridging the gap,
we hope you enjoy your time.
Yeah.
We hope you enjoyed the conversations. We hope that we were able to clear up some ideas. And, like, again, love talking to you all in the comments and hearing your ideas. And everyone's opinion. Like I said, whenever we do open chat night, I listen to everybody's opinion. Even if it goes against my own, I'm not going to knock somebody because they have a different opinion. That's
Correct.
lowbrow thinking. There's another T-shirt. That's lowbrow
Lowbrow.
from the bridge.
How
So we
low
got
is
people
how
are
low
weird,
is
and that's
that brow?
lowbrow.
That's gonna be an eyelash
That's-
after a while.
That's two bridge. That's two bridge tees right there. People are weird, and that's lowbrow.
Lowbrow.
I'm about to make them. Y'all gonna wear them?
Hell yeah.
All right.
Dark Claw. Wah, wah.
Dark Claw. Dark Claw
That's-
signing out.
That's the third shirt.
Dark Claw signing out.
I want to have a webbed claw mark. Can we do a webbed claw mark?
Let's get in the clawmobile. Here come the clawmobile. You try to open the door and one of his claws will go through the door. God damn it. Just got this bitch repaired. God damn it. Fuck.
What about that? You keep on. We're gonna have a mascot.
Dark Claw.
Okay.
Dark Claw to the rescue, Blank. Ones.
All right.
Blank at a time.
Jesus Christ. All right. Y'all take it easy.
Son of
And we'll see you next week for episode 19 of The Bridge.
God damn it. I just bought these boots and I gotta scrape them up now. Fuck.
Peace out, everybody.